Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'm JR. Today, obviously, I'm back in the junkyard. I'm here today for some turbocharged Dodge LS swap stuff, and I'm going to start, ironically, in a Dodge. The Snake Eater Deca injectors I have what's called an EV1 plug, and the plugs that I have are what they call a multi-tech. I don't know if this truck has, yeah it does. I don't know if this hood's gonna fall on my head or not. So typically, the typical truck injector is a multi-tech. If I can pull this off. There it goes, and it looks like that. That's what you're typically going to find on a Vortec truck harness. The Deca injectors must be for something older. You can find EV1s on like 90s stuff, so like Jeep Grand Cherokees, Jeep Cherokees, all the early sequential port injected stuff like this Magnum, whatever it is, 360, 318, will have an EV1 plug, and it looks like this. And then the later stuff goes to EV6, and the flex fuel injectors are also EV6 on Chevys, but I have an EV1 plug, so I'm going to take these injector plugs. I'm actually going to get it from two different trucks because they're easier. I don't want to climb up in there, I'm just being lazy. But yeah, all I need is the pigtails, so I'm going to grab those, and then we'll move on to the next thing, and we'll talk about the third thing that I need three things, but the junkyard's only going to provide two of them, so I'm just going to snip these off. By the way, all you need is the plug and a few inches of connector. So, all right, so the next thing that I need is an intake air temperature sensor. Let me show you what we got here. Here's one. On the Vortec truck harnesses, for whatever reason, somebody cut this up. For whatever reason, they put it all together in the plug with the MAF. That's drive-by throttle. Anyway, I don't see another one right here, but in the Vortec truck harnesses, they put them all, the intake air temperature sensor is in with the mass airflow sensor. So if you ditch the mass airflow sensor like I'm going to with the turbo, there's no way to sense the incoming air temperature, which you need for tuning. A bunch of tuning tables use that. So let me see here. Yeah, this one looks pretty complete. Oh, there it is. So in there is the wiring for the mass airflow temperature and our mass airflow sensor and the intake air temperature sensor. So it's not going to work if you're going speed density, but earlier stuff has just a simple 2-wire intake air temperature sensor like that one there, or like this one that I'm going to take. You can find these on S10s. You can find them on like Grand Ams and Grand Prix. Most of the cars have an intake air temperature sensor right here, so I'm going to grab that as well. All right, so when you take this is a sensor, and then it's in a little plastic doodad like sleeve. So I'm gonna pop this out. This is the sensor. This is the wiring pigtail. You have to pull this out of the corrugated intake tube, and then here on this LM7 you can see where the evap was. If you touch this up on a grinder, it's not going in there, but if you take these lips off on a grinder, you can tap that in there and get your intake air temperature sensor. So that's how you do that. Pretty much concludes the video for the day. I'm gonna get out of here and go see a man about a Mustang, but I'll show you this real quick. Yeah, the sensor itself sits in there and you pop it out and take the pigtail too. So the third thing that I need for boost is I need a 3-bar map sensor. And to explain real quick, 1 bar is 14.7 psi, which is the atmospheric pressure at sea level. So 1 bar is nothing, right? That's what we already have. So 2 bar would be good up to 14.7 pounds of boost. And you can find those on like Series 2 3800s, the supercharged 3800, Series 3 too. But 3 bar is good to 28. Actually, some of them are good to like 30 psi depending on the part number. They're just really rare in the junkyard because GM didn't put them in vehicles that didn't need them. So you can find them on like the Turbo Trans Am, Grand Nationals. Basically you're not going to find them. But yeah, that's it for the junkyard portion of the Dodge video. The Dodge is coming, like, just keep watching. I'm gonna head home and get ready to get the hoist ready to go up there and start pulling the 318 out, and maybe see if I can get the 5.3 running. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys find these little tips useful, and we'll see you next time on The Driveway Engineer.